Kyoto, Japan, the ancient city, where the developers at Skeleton Crew Studio give insight into their tactical martial arts roguelite, Forestrike. It begins with an idea.
What was the genesis then of Forestrike? Where did that come from?
I remember being obsessed with the idea of the perfect fight simulator. You know, like it was all about martial arts, and it was not a beat 'em up, nor a fighting game. At first, I was trying with fast repeating, like Hotline Miami style. You just lose and you jump in again, repeating over and over in your imagination, and then having to fight for real. I just prototyped a bit, and it was not so satisfying. It was never coming out nicely. And so when we started talking with Ali, I showed him the idea and he was okay, interesting, and then we ended up using time and space in a more conventional, straightforward manner.
Your mission.
Over the course of the game, the Forestriker, has to save the Emperor, and he's escorted by different masters. So you're doing the same adventure, but you're living it through different perspectives. The game is probably not so much about honing your skills and becoming a true master of martial arts or kung fu or whatever.
People died, they want to try again. But then they later noticed that people retrying felt good about it and they stopped limiting it. I think that's when it clicked that, oh, they really want to do the perfect kung fu choreography. And that's again.
Inspired by legends of cinema.
We definitely drew inspiration from films like Once Upon a Time in China, the Tsui Hark films, the King Hu films like Touch of Zen and that sort of thing. It was a starting point for the game to rely on all these cliches and stereotypes about, having the old master escort you through the missions and so on.
All right, this is a very important question. What's your favorite Jackie Chan film?
Rumble in the Bronx.
Ooh, yeah. Bold choice, yeah.
As a fan of martial arts movie, I could see so many parallels being drawn between all these super subtle moves that Jackie Chan would make too. I don't know, like he dodges at the same time he attacks, or he flips around with a ladder around him, and game mechanics. And I felt like so many games out there are supposed to be about martial arts are basically not about that at all, and it was kind of frustrating. I wouldn't recognize the martial arts I like in games. I wouldn't find it anywhere.
A collaboration of artists.
So you're all walking cultural mashups, aren't you, as well?
Drawing inspiration from things that, were sleeping within us from long ago, I think, probably helped make it unique. Definitely. To have the freedom to kind of mash things up, like memory works, because the game is also a lot about things that are happening in your mind. It's about dreams, and it's about illusions, and it's about that sort of thing.
From the art side, the backgrounds that you've done, were you working in pixel art before you did this game?
I remember like my first PC, I was 15 years old, I was doing pixel art just to try, right? And then I do art school animation, 2D animation, 3D animation, work for Dragon Quest stuff, like come in Japan. With Thomas, little by little, I started again. And then when he said, yeah, actually, we need you on this project, can you do pixel art? And I say, yes, definitely. So I'm really, really happy actually to kind of fulfill a dream of 15 years old. I started really by having just a feeling of what it is, what area it is, but then like playing with the background as a character that can transcend how the character feels about the battle. And so that's really interesting. And each time you are in a different background, you feel something really different.
A martial arts experience all its own.
Do you think people are going to get it? People are going to see it and think side-scrolling brawler button masher, but it's not.
We are putting some hard work into trying to teach you at the very, very beginning of the game that it's not a game about button mashing. The game is not difficult to execute. It's just a game where you need to look at the thing and think about what are your options. A bit like, some rhythm game, you're basically counting, right? Like this enemy, then I do that, and then I do that. And this is the experience that we are targeting.
You've built a martial arts combat game.
This is more of a puzzle game and a kind of deal, yeah.
It's like action puzzle game. It's more of a puzzle game than a fighting game.
It was a huge relief when we realized that it was a puzzle game, because we could really focus in on that.
I think the goal is to have it be 70% puzzle, 30% skill and action, because we are using a very connoted theme. It's only normal that people think it's something else, but I also like that, I like to subvert that.
So tell me a little bit about the core mechanic of the game.
So each enemy has specific behavior. Some guys kind of run to you, punch you, or some guys just throw something to you, and some guys always blocking your attack. So if you are advanced, you could know how to beat them, because if you know somebody throw some item, you can dodge, then the item hits somebody, then somebody fall, right? So those kind of like chain reaction you could create without kind of fighting. Each player has different way to accomplish the game. You have a lot of different monsters. You could run a lot of like unique like actions, like monkey actions or like snake actions, So everybody experience different game, but everybody become Kung Fu master at the end.
Things that are very insignificant, especially in other games, become really significant. Like, for example, bending down to pick up a weapon off the floor can actually act as a dodge for a kick that's going over your head as well, or even the time taken to turn around and face someone can be used to your advantage, or an enemy can use it to their advantage. And yeah, I thought that was really, really cool.
Become the ultimate martial arts master.
What are you feeling about the game now that it's approaching the end of its development cycle?
People will feel that there's a lot of love and work gone into this game. And also the story is very open to interpretation. So I'm interested in seeing what sort of theories come up. I'm interested in passing on the game to the players and to see what they make of the characters.
I really want to play it. Like, I want to become like Kung Fu master because it's my kid dream.
Forestrike. Win the fight before it begins.